Hello there, friends, and welcome back to the channel if you are new around these parts. Hello, thank you so much for clicking in today's video. I'm back with a memory plan with me for the week of May 1st. We're finally into May, and I mean, we're about to be into June, so like, there's that. But we're still going to celebrate the fact that we're in May. May is actually my favorite month, y'all. I know. Doesn't fully make sense because my birthday's in July. And I do love July. July is my second fave. But May is just perfect. Like, May is when the semester is ending. The semester ended already, real time, of course. But this week is when it was wrapping up. This week I'm planning for. And it's also just like the weather's usually perfect this month. The only not fun thing about this month is allergies. And allergies this season have been a hot diggity mess. But otherwise, May is just perfection, honestly. And to be truthful with y'all, my brother's birthday is this week, which is why I'm using this kit. I'll get into that in a second. But I feel like we should have switched birthdays. Like, my birthday should have been in May for how much I love May. But alas, that is neither here nor there. In today's video, I am using the Hip Hip Hooray kit from Caress Press. This is Kitten Chef's art. It is one of my favorite birthday sets ever. So between this and the Sprinkles birthday set that came out for I think it was the April mystery for Caress Press, my faves. I actually had to debate which one of these I would use for my birthday, and then I was like, but I have to use the other one. I have to use the other one. So I'm planning to use Sprinkles for my birthday. You guys will see that in a July kit lineup. I don't even know if y'all have seen a June kit lineup yet, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It is coming though. The June kit lineup has been filmed and edited. I just need to schedule it. So that is coming, although who knows, it's probably still subject to change, but I had to use both of them this year. Like, there was no hoarding them, and I need another one of this kit, like from a different shop. So it's going to be mine because I'm going to release it in the nearish future. I had to push back releases, which I did post on Instagram. So I'm pushing them back probably a couple weeks just because I'm going to have family in town, and my guest room actually doubles as my filming and my like shop room. It's where all my equipment is, like all my machines and stuff. So obviously I'm not going to be able to fulfill orders while they're around. So I'm going to make sure I ship out the last batch this week, and then any orders that are placed next week won't be processed until the following week, which will still be within the like 2 to 3 week processing time window that I have on the website. So that'll be fine. But while they're here, I'll still be able to design. So that's what I'm going to do. It'll just be a bigger release, and I do plan on having a summer sale, which would be the first sale of the shop, and I'm super excited and also a little bit terrified. So just know I'm working on that stuff behind the scenes, and hopefully it'll be worth the wait. There's been so much art being released lately, so I should have tons to pull from for this next release. So including the things that are already designed, which I already have pretty much 3 kits ready. I'm putting the finishing touches on the 3rd, and I'm anticipating, hopefully, being able to release 3 more for the next release. So there'll be 6 kits instead of 3. So we'll see. I talk a big game, and then I'm like, but can you actually do this, Anna? So we'll see. But that is the intention. So I'll keep you guys posted. Instagram is usually where you guys get the first updates. So make sure that you are following me over on IG. It's just at Cafe with Anna. Okay. All of that super long preamble to tell you that I'm using the Hip Hip Hooray kit from Caress Press. I'm obsessed with this kit, this art. This colorway was definitely my favorite by far. Y'all know, I love the brights and the bolds generally more than I go for the pastels. And this is just effing gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I mentioned this week is my brother's birthday, so I thought it was a perfect time to use this. I was planning to use the Cinco de Mayo kit this week. I ended up switching it out just because my brother, I don't think I've ever done a birthday spread for my brother, just because the first week of May is just so jam-packed with things. Like, It wasn't the case this year, but sometimes it's Mother's Day week. It's also May the 4th. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's his birthday. So this week is always hard to pick like what I want to celebrate. So I was like, you know what? We're going to celebrate him for once. And he happened to be in town this month. So he was in town the next week. You guys, I think I marked it for next week. But you guys will see that in the next plan with me. So yeah, so I decided to go with this kit, and I'm pairing it with Gold Hollow. Most of what I used is from a Pink Diamond Planner Co. Gold Hollow foil bundle. It came with one of the mysteries, I'm sure, and I just kind of stashed it away to use it with something else. And I think Gold Hollow is the move for this kit. I love how this came out with Gold Hollow. When the light hits it right, you guys, it is a perfect match. You will see it soon, hopefully. If not, you'll see it in the wiggle, but it is a perfect match, I feel like. So I'm so happy with my foil choice. I think this spread looks incredible. And so far, you guys, May has been my favorite month for spreads. Obviously, this is the first spread that you guys are seeing for May, but I have done 3 of the 5, if you count that last week, like that week, the week we're living right now, which is the week of May 29th. Like if you count this week, I've done 3 of the 5 weeks in May, and oh my God, I'm just so happy with the end products for all 3 spreads so far. So I think as long as I don't mess up the next 2 weeks, I think May might take the cake for best month as far as spreads go, because I'm just obsessed with how the first 3 came out. Like next week's, oh you guys, next week's I think is so good. It's so good. I can't even lie. I love it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop gushing about my own ish, because calm down, Anna. But anyways, I think we're just gonna be chatting through the week. I'm trying to think. I feel like I had updates for y'all. Oh, I was gonna talk about some of the movies that I saw too. Because I saw a couple, and I'm going to see, it's a big movie time, I feel like, because we're going to see Spider-Man this week, or are we going to see Transformers this week? I'm not even sure. I'm more excited for Transformers, even though I'm a Marvel girl. I don't know. I'm not as excited. I really did like the first, what was the first Spider-Man with Miles Morales? I don't remember the name of it, but I really did love it. I thought it was great. But I don't know, for some reason, I'm just like, like it's not one of those movies I feel like I need to see right away in theaters. We've had this discussion, but my boyfriend is not having it, so we're going to see it. I think that's the one we're seeing this week that I'm currently living. But yeah. And then the week I'm planning for, we went to see Guardians, which I think I chatted about Guardians, but we'll chat about it now too. I liked it, but I didn't love it. And I know that is not a popular opinion. As a matter of fact, probably an unpopular opinion, because I know people loved it. I know people cried. And I don't know. I really liked it, but I didn't love it. I don't know, y'all. Don't at me. Don't come for me. It's just how I felt. But I enjoyed it. I do think it was a very Guardians like finish. I still can't imagine life with other Guardians. Like that just sounds weird. I know it's the last Guardians with like these Guardians, but it just feels odd. And then they did like an intro to who the new Guardians are going to be. And I'm just like, bruh, no, like I need my old Guardians. I'm sure it's like true to the comics and yada yada, but I don't follow the comics. I never read the comics. I basically got into Marvel because my boyfriend is super into it and he got me hooked basically. But alas, it's fine. It's fine. So we saw Guardians. Like I said, I liked it, didn't love it. But did think it was a good finish for those Guardians. And I'm interested to see if they come back, how they come back, all that good stuff. Any of them really, because I feel like they left the door pretty open for any one of them to come back. So, which is generally what Marvel does, let's be honest. But if you saw Guardians, let me know down below. I know a lot of people cried during it, which I completely understand. I definitely had moments where I was like, bro, I can't handle this. But But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Try to keep them spoiler free, as I know there are people who probably have not seen it yet. But that's my thoughts on Guardians. And then we went to see, all right, y'all, I think I talked about this in the pre-plan with me that just went live. So we went to see Fast 10. 10? Is it 10? Yes, Fast 10. I mentioned, I think, in a previous video that I was not excited. I think it was in that pre-plan with me, actually. I was not really excited to see it just because I just feel like they doing the most. Like, they need to just let it be. I kind of feel the same way about the Saw series, which I know is strange that I've seen Saw because it's really not my cup of tea, like the gore of it all. But I think Saw 1 and 2 probably were the best. I don't know. My boyfriend says there was some gems in between the whole mess of them that they've made, but I feel like 1 and 2. 1, like I know. This is weird coming from me because I don't typically watch those movies, but Saw 1 came out like ages ago, and I don't even remember why I watched it, y'all. But the ending of Saw 1, like, that is one of the most epic endings I think I've ever seen in a movie. Like, where you're just like, get the F out. Like, that was Saw 1. But anyways, we're not talking about Saw. Although I am in Halloween planning mood for kits, so, and potentially for custom art if I do any, which I'd like to do at least one if I can. So let me know down below if there are Halloween or fall things you want to see, so I can add them to my list potentially. Yeah, anyways, sidetracked. Let's rewind all the way back to Fast 10, you guys. I think I've had plenty of coffee today. This is good because I was like, what am I going to talk about? I don't know. I'm going to talk about movies and every other tangent that falls underneath that. So I wasn't that excited, but I actually enjoyed Fast 10. Now, is it amazing? Is it like, oh my God? No. But did I enjoy it? Yes. I think Jason Momoa as the antagonist is amazing. I think he's amazing. Like, he's one of the highlights in the movie for sure. And I'm sure there'll be callbacks for people that are like big Fast and Furious fans. I won't say more in case you haven't seen it, but there'll be callbacks there and things that you're like, oh. And let's see, what else did I love? Yeah, I thought it was fine. It has the same like ridiculous things that happen and they're like still alive after it and you're like, what the hell? But that's movies for you. So yeah, I think if you like the Fast and Furious franchise, you're going to get a lot of the same things that you get from it in this movie as well. So you'll probably like it. I thought the last one, 9, was awful. So needless to say, I wasn't too excited about 10, but I think 10 was definitely better than 9. Definitely. So those are my thoughts on Fast and Furious. And then, yeah, I'll be seeing so many movies, so I'm sure I'll have another update for you next plan with me as far as movies, depending on when I do that voiceover for the next plan with me, because it is filmed and edited. I have 2 plan with me's besides this one that are already filmed and edited, so depends on when I do those voiceovers. But anyways, I'm well into the day by day, and I'm not planning on going through the day by day, but I can give you guys a quick recap of the week. So let's do that. So this week, my train line was down again. For those who don't know, I do take the train into work every day. And it was down. So that means generally when that happens, it's because they're like, we're working on issues. Of course, there's still issues when it goes back up, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there. That usually means I need to drive to the next closest one, which is like a 30-minute drive. And for those who don't know, my commute's already an hour and a half. So that makes my commute 2 hours. So you can imagine that I'm not super thrilled when that happens. But yeah, so I had a much longer commute all week this week. Otherwise, I did a lot of designing this week. It looks like I was designing the Saturday Sunday kit, which is the ice cream kit in shop currently. I'll try to remember to pop a picture in here if I can. If not, the shop will be linked in the description box, so you can always check it there. And then let's see, what else did I do? I dropped off some Happy Mail. Oh, you guys. So there's a Panera near my job, right? And I tend to go for lunch because it's like the healthier, I say in quotation marks, option around work. So I went on Tuesday, which also was my brother's birthday for those that care, and they gave me the wrong dressing, and there's nothing worse than having a salad without dressing. And I don't like the wrong dressing they gave me. And I know it's happened before because they look really similar, like the two dressings, but they taste very different. So I was high key mad, like big mad. I was big mad about it, but alas, here we are. And let's see, what else happened this week? I dropped off some Happy Mail. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, I did some filming, but hold on. This week was the first time I have been back to the dentist in years, like pre-pandemic, which I know, like, Anna, what are you doing? But I hate doctors and I hate going to the dentist too. And of course, I had a terrible cavity. Like, my dentist was like, so it's a really deep cavity, so I'm going to do my best, like, not to touch your tooth nerve or like your nerve. Because then, you know, if you have like really bad pain, it could be a root canal. And I was like, oh, well, here we go. And like, who wants that? Literally no one. So I was nervous because at first I was feeling pain, like the first, like right when the like numbing wore off, I was feeling a lot of pain. So I was like, great, like, please, I don't want to deal with this. But it ended up going away. It was just like, I think regular discomfort because they were working on it, and especially because it was such a deep cavity. But so far, so good. It seems to be fine. And obviously many, many weeks have passed since then, but I do need to go back to the dentist for a cleaning because, like, what the hell? But again, I tend to push it off, but I am going to schedule it actually today, I think, because I really want to make sure that I go. I think I'm going to schedule it for next week if they have an opening, because I'm sure I'll have another cavity that I need to take care of, but hopefully not to the level of decay as the one I had previously, because, like, I did it to myself, so I really can't complain. But really, Anna, like, what's wrong with you? Go to the dentist, girl. So yeah, that was definitely not the funnest times. And then I spent, I think, most of pretty much Friday through Sunday printing and cutting stickers. And you guys, Silhouette was not having it. Like, it was not my friend. For some reason, it wasn't reading the registration marks. And I was doing some research. It might be because of the glossy paper and the way the light was hitting it, because it's glossy and it has that shine. Of course, I've never had this issue before, but we all know Silhouettes are very temperamental beings that just don't want to work. Like, you got one job, sis. One job. Just one. Just one. But it was being very temperamental and not really reading those registration marks. And I've been getting mostly glossy orders. Like, I'm kind of shocked. I don't even remember the last time I filled a premium matte order for stickers. So my glossy pals are out here in these streets. Out here in these streets. Even I feel like myself, I've transitioned a little bit more to glossy. I still like both. Like, I still like premium matte. I can use both. I'm not one of those people who's like very anti any one of those papers. I think the only paper I really don't like is regular matte. Although I'm fine with regular matte on like character stickers and like doodles, like that doesn't bother me. But to have a whole kit in regular matte is not my cup of tea. Like, I ordered from a shop one time that said matte and I just assumed it was premium matte, and it came and it was regular matte. And let's just say I was a little less than pleased. But I spent most of the weekend really just fighting with my damn Silhouette so it would work, honestly. And yeah, that's really it. Oh yeah, I was printing. I'm like, what was I going to say? Completely lost my train of thought. I was printing and cutting stickers and filling orders. So I think I had new releases on either this Friday or Saturday. I can't remember when I posted them for last release. So yeah, I think based off my track record, I think releases once a month is probably the most manageable for me, because then I have enough time to fill orders, to design, to do all the things that you do without feeling stressed. So I think that's what I'm going to work towards in the future. I'll have to see. Summer, I'm going to have much more time on my hands generally than I will in fall. Fall semester is like the busiest for us. Busier than spring, just fall semester is always a hot diggity mess. So I don't know if I'll be able to stick to that schedule then, but I think that's going to be my aim. So we'll see how that goes. But that's really it, y'all. That was this week. I don't think there was anything else of note to chat about. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I absolutely adore how this spread turned out. Like I said, I'm obsessed with this art, and you will be seeing it again in the future in my planner because I'm just too obsessed. You'll definitely be seeing it for new releases because I'm going to be releasing this art set as well. I knew I wouldn't have it ready in time for this week, so that's why I didn't use my own. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, as it really does help support the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all real soon. Bye.